Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record, joined as always by Andy Balin. H.H. Howes is somewhere out here. We'll find him later. We're in scenic Warrenton, Texas, right along Highway 237, under this beautiful canopy of oak trees at the former The Oaks restaurant location, which is now Punky's Kitchen. Hot off the presses, we've got the first copy of the Fayette County Record. We're going to go inside and see if we can trade this for some wonderful food. Go in. And there she is. Hi. There's the owner, Bonnie Broussard.
Hi, y'all. Welcome. Come on in.
Hey, thanks so much for having us.
Thank you for coming.
Hot off the presses, the first copy of the Fayette County Record.
Oh, good.
And we were going to see if we could trade this for some of your wonderful food.
Oh, absolutely. I think that sounds like an even trade.
Awesome.
Y'all come on in. Have a seat.
Thanks.
About some of the things she and all the other readers in Fayette County can read about in the new edition of the Record.
Sure thing. Well, at the top of the front page, the big news this week is the election. The midterms took place Tuesday. And in local elections, Luke Sternadel beat Abe Pace in the Precinct 2 commissioner race. The big bond in Flatonia passed by 218 votes. And just a huge local turnout. Elections Administrator Terry Hefner said percent. That's almost as much as the 2016 presidential election, and it's a big bump over the last 3 midterms we've had here in Fayette County. Also, police named a suspect in the shooting at the Carter Motel last week. His name is Shaziz Mateen. He's facing several charges for assault with a deadly weapon against a public servant. Also, the injured deputy, C.J. Lehman, is doing a little bit better. He lost that one eye, but doctors are performing surgery this week in hopes of saving that other eye. And there's just been an outpouring of support from the local community. Fundraisers going on this weekend, and you can read all about that in today's paper. It's also Veterans Day next week, and Elaine Thomas has a story here about some local veterans. We have some information here about Veterans Day services taking place on Sunday and Monday. Read all about that. And then,
Contra, you were hanging out with some international visitors to LaGrange this week, right?
That's right. There were 10 buses of folks visiting LaGrange from the International Quilt Show in Houston. And they come up to go to our Texas Quilt Museum. And they're from all over the world. There's a lady from Mexico City and a lady from New Zealand. Had lunch yesterday with a cafe full of Australians. So it's very good to have all these interesting people come to town, and they love our town.
Speaking of interesting people coming to town or to Fayette County, Bonnie Broussard, you kind of just recently moved here, right, to open up this place?
That's right. I moved September the 15th, and we opened October the 1st.
And here in this copy of the newspaper, a great ad for Punkys Kitchen. It talks a little bit about location, hours, and things like that. And y'all are preparing for a big Thanksgiving, right?
Right. So we're going to take orders for Thanksgiving dinners. We can make your Thanksgiving dinner for you. It's going to be turkey and dressing, mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans, sweet potatoes, cranberry sauce, and your choice of the pumpkin pie or pecan pie.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So tell us a little more about, history with food.
Okay, one more thing about
Oh,
the
of course,
Thanksgiving Day. I'm sorry. Also, I'm going to be open Thanksgiving Day.
Oh,
I know
wow.
a lot of people either don't want to cook or maybe, just a couple of you or whatever. So I'm taking reservations for Thanksgiving Day, $20 a person, and we're going to have a Thanksgiving buffet. So we would love to have y'all join our family for Thanksgiving.
That sounds awesome.
great.
Just give us a call. The number is on the ad in the paper.
Great.
But yeah, so how long have you been cooking? And one of the slogans here is "Food made with love" or "Made
Yes,
with love."
made
Tell
with
us a
love.
little bit about that.
Well, so I've been cooking since I was a little kid. My mother actually, she She broke her foot when I was probably 12, and I took over all of the kitchen duties, grocery buying, and all that.
At 12.
But I was cooking before that. She always gave me free reign of the kitchen. I could experiment all I wanted, and she and my dad both worked, so I'd have dinner ready when they got home.
And you were the youngest, weren't
And
you?
I was the youngest. Yes. Everybody else is quite a bit older than me, so they were all gone. So it was just me at home with my mom and dad. So I took over all of that. And the Made with Love comes. I have always believed that food tastes better whenever you love cooking, and I do love cooking. And I've always had a sign hanging in my kitchen that said "Made with Love." And I came here from Beaumont after Harvey, and Harvey took my sign, so I don't have that sign anymore. But I'm working on getting another one. But yeah, that's always hanging in my kitchen. Made with Love.
Well, I can't tell you how much we are glad to have another restaurant in this location, because we used to come here a lot. And I walked in, and the decor is so familiar and good. You said you would have done it just this way.
Yes,
I think most of this is Lori's. But welcome to the
Thank
neighborhood.
you so much. Whenever I just kind of tripped across this one night after Harvey, pretty much took everything. Just trying to decide what I wanted to do. My children no longer live in Beaumont, and they're all out towards Austin and Houston, and they were wanting me closer. And it wasn't even in my mind to quit my job and move. But we were looking one night online, my son and I tripped across this, and I got really curious about it. And on my way home, I drove by here, and I pulled up into the parking lot, and it just felt like my place. And I had been praying and praying, that God would lead me in the right direction, and it was just like,
That's cool.
I just knew whenever I pulled in. And then whenever I actually got to come in and see the restaurant, I just looked around and said, yep, this is exactly what I would do. So I just feel like it was meant to be.
And Pancho, you mentioned some familiar decor in here, but there's some new touches too, including over here on the wall, there's some historic pictures. Tell us about that.
So I named the restaurant after my mother. Her nickname was Punky. Whenever she was a little kid, she lived on a farm, and somebody gave her a little pumpkin, and she carried that pumpkin around, and the farm hands got to call her Punky. So it just kind of stuck, and everybody called her Punky. So she passed away last year from Alzheimer's, and she was a very hospitable person. We took in kids. We had foster kids. She would adopt kids, from church that didn't have a good home life. We ran a bus ministry there at church, and they would come home with us on Sunday afternoons, or anybody that needed someplace to come sit, eat dinner. We're always welcome in our house. She worked full time. She would come home at night and cook a full meal for 8 kids whenever we had foster kids, and she was all about feeding everybody. She did cooked for all the funerals at church, all the showers, everything. So I thought, well, how appropriate we would just name it after her.
Sure.
So.
Awesome. Well, we've been talking about this wonderful food you've got here, and we can smell some of it. Is any of it ready for us to maybe try on
I
camera?
believe it is, yes.
Oh, look at that. Right on cue.
Okay, so we have the hamburger, blue cheeseburger.
That's our black and blue burger. That's
chicken.
been really popular.
We have the chicken fried steak,
That
Brussels
looks
sprouts, and baked
amazing.
potato,
My goodness.
the shrimp. We also have a cranberry almond salad right here. Okay.
We'll just set. Can we just
Yeah,
set
we
that
can-
on
yeah,
the
let's set it.
table, Brittany? And we'll get a good picture
Here we
of
go,
that.
guys. All right, y'all enjoy.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much.
much.
These stir-fried Brussels sprouts have been a very good seller for us. They're a little different.
Yeah, it
and
looks
I'll
so
let
really
y'all-
unique.
Yeah,
I'll
that
let
is.
y'all comment on those.
Yeah,
Our black and
sure.
blue burger is really popular. My cook
Oh, that's good.
Jersey
That's really
has
good.
perfected that black and blue burger. He's really proud of it, and so are we.
So are you at liberty to say what you include in this Brussels sprout mixture, or would you rather keep that a secret?
There's a healthy helping of bacon in there, I can say that.
Well, yeah, there's some bacon in there. What do you think's in it? What do you think?
Do you
Olive
put,
oil, bacon, and Brussels sprouts.
Do you put,
and-
some garlic? There's some garlic
There's some
in there?
garlic in there, yeah.
Do you put a little splash of vinegar or something in there?
It's a little balsamic,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
So
Yeah.
what that does is takes that Brussels sprouty taste, kind of tones it down a little bit. But everybody seems to really like them. We
Brussels-
steady make them back there.
Brussels sprouts are having a moment, aren't
They kind of are, yeah.
They are, but they get kind of boring when you cook them all the time. I'm gonna steal this idea from you,
Go ahead.
chopping them up, and yeah, that's good.
Go ahead.
So what about this burger? There's a meat patty, a big meat patty, blue cheese. Looks like bacon on there.
Yeah, it's got some bacon, I believe grilled onions. Can I introduce them to Peter?
Oh,
Please do.
I'll let Jersey tell you all about that. That is his creation that he has worked very hard to perfect and is really proud of it. This is Jersey, Peter Gandolfo. He's my cook.
How you doing?
Hey, how are you?
He's asking about this. He's asking
Very
about
good.
this burger here.
Yeah, tell us about this creation.
I didn't even like blue cheese before I came here. I made one of those. I figured I'd give it a shot. And when I realized how good the burgers are and how good that is, there's a way to make it. You know, and like her apron says, made with love, you gotta add love into it or else you don't taste it. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Absolutely.
And this burger is jalapeno bread, right?
Jalapeno cheese bread and the patty is half-pound Angus, 80/20.
Wow.
That's amazing. And Punky, you got
Get that shrimp.
fried shrimp there, right?
So that's my. This shrimp is kind of my homage to where I came from. All my, there's a lot of Cajun influence there. So that's a Cajun shrimp. Do you like that? I mean,
I do like it.
it's got a little spice to it, but not too much.
I like the squat too.
Yeah, that's our vegetable of the day. It's actually supposed to be on the menu, but I forgot to put it on there.
Okay.
But that's an herb zucchini.
You were telling us before we started filming that the chicken fried steak is a big favorite here, and
Uh-huh.
I can tell why. It's very good.
Like it.
Thank you. Whenever he breads the chicken fried steak and the chicken fried chicken, we press that in there really good, so that the breading stays on the meat. A lot of places you go, first cut, it all comes off. So we've kind of found a way to keep that from happening.
And you make a chocolate cake.
Yes, sir. It was my great grandmother's recipe, and I'll get them to bring y'all a piece here in a minute. I also make pumpkin pies. I make those. I actually roast the pumpkin, and I don't use canned pumpkin at all. And I make the crust and everything, and then I make a coconut cream as well. And also, I'll be having pecan pie very soon. I was supposed to make that today. I'm not sure if I'll get to it, but I also have a pecan pie. And
think
this,
we
I wanted to say a little something about this salad. So this salad was actually on Lori's menu when it was the Oaks, and I wanted to keep, a thing or two that she had because people just love coming here, and I get a lot of comments, how much people love coming here. And so I wanted to keep this salad. We kind of put it out on Facebook. What do people like, And this was a lot of comments about this salad. So I don't know that it's exactly like she made it, but we've gotten pretty close. I think people really seem to like it.
And this is a chicken breast.
It's a chicken breast, cranberry, blue cheese, almonds, and then the raspberry vinaigrette.
When you get the baked potato, these are no wimpy bacon bits on here. I mean, this is actually like fried chunks of bacon. That's awesome.
Yeah. Just fry that up. Can you get them to make some chocolate cake? Y'all want a piece of each?
Sure.
Sure, we'll try a piece of cake.
Piece of cake and piece of each pie.
For each one?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean just
You just
so
bring out
they can-
three
and they can all taste it. Yeah.
And remind the viewers hours of operation and days of the week that you're open.
Okay, so we're open Tuesday through Sunday from 11 to 9. And I get a lot of questions, do you close, between lunch and dinner? No, I don't. We serve all day long,
Wow.
every day but Monday.
Amazing. Well, Bonnie, we're so glad to have you in Fayette County, and so glad you brought your talent for cooking
Thank you.
here.
Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all coming by.
Thanks for sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you. And, I'm just happy to be here where everybody in the community has just been so nice, that come in and been so supportive. And, I've had people introduce me around and help me, try to get the word out that I'm open for business. And I appreciate it all so much. I have so many kind people. And I love it here. So I'm really happy to be here.
Wonderful. Well, come and enjoy the great food here at Punky's Kitchen. If not this week, stop by on Thanksgiving for that
That's
wonderful
right,
buffet.
right.
That sounds amazing.
Give us a call and we'll put you on the list. I would like to know, how many to prepare for. And but yeah, I'm taking reservations for Thanksgiving Day. Or if you want us to cook your dinner, just give us a call.
Awesome, awesome. We're going to dive back into this food, but thank y'all so much for watching, and thanks for reading. Andy, you want to take us out?
Sure thing. You can always find us at FayetteCountyRecord.com. All these videos go to YouTube and also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're linking to y'all's Facebook page on this video, so folks can click on it and learn more about Punky's Kitchen. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks for reading the paper.